Action in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is your boy Maurice Shazier live with Barbershop Sports Talk, the hottest new sports talk show on the planet, where we say what the world is afraid to say. We are here live in Fort Pierce, Florida, the Fierce Pierce, the city I was born in, at my barbershop, Signature Salon, where they give the coldest haircuts on the planet. I would like to first introduce my two co-hosts, my man, motivational speaker and author, Mr. Hodge in the building.
My name is Mr. Hodge, and I'm a youth motivator. No, I'm not a drug, but a mind stimulator. Yeah.
My boy, former NFL great from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Indianapolis Colts, right here from Fort Pierce, Florida. My man, Mr. Craig Swope in the building.
Peace.
My personal barber, my man that keeps me tight and right, my man who's the owner of Signature Salon here in Fort Pierce, Florida, my man, Mr. Robert Adams in the building.
What up?
And my other barber in the building, my man representing Orlando, Florida and Fort Pierce, Florida, Mr. Marcellus Walker in the building. Man, listen, if you want to come on Barbershop Sports Talk, we will come to a barbershop near you. If you think you got the coldest barbershop on the planet,
The best barbers.
the best barbers,
The best salon.
the best cuts, check us out, man. Reach out to Dream Vision TV, and we're going to make it happen for you.
How do they reach out to Dream Vision TV, my brother?
www.jreamvisiontv.
Because most of them would probably spell dream with a D.
It's not with a D, it's with a J. Dream, Jream, Vision, all one word, .tv. Got it? Beautiful. So, Mr. Hodge,
Yes, sir.
shout out to my nephew, praying for his recovery, Mr. Ryan Shazier.
Big 5-0.
Unc, love you, man. Pray for number 50, man. We got you. We love you. Amen. We hold you dear to our heart. God got you, my brother. So tonight, we're going to talk about a few topics, Hodge, that's going to, raise some eyebrows and hopefully, man, we can get some good answers from this stuff.
Yes, indeed. Some mentally stimulating, thought-provoking conversation.
Right. So there's been debates over the past couple of years. One being Michael Jordan saying something about this subject matter. Do you think athletes of today are pound for pound better than athletes from the 70s, 80s, and 90s? I mean, when we talk about 70s, 80s, and 90s, none of the enhancement drugs that are out today, none of the enhancement substances that are not necessarily drugs. So if you had to base it on a pure athletic viewpoint, are the athletes of the 90s and 2000s pound for pound better than your Dr. J's, your Isaiah Thomases, your Jack Lammerts, your Hollywood Hendersons?
That's a great question, my brother.
Yes, sir.
And I think that when you look at the state of athletics, everything is constantly evolving.
Yes.
Not just from the end result, but from the practical practice, the strategies, the teaching, the way they lift weights, the way they cross-train, the way they prepare.
Yes.
Everything has evolved. And I think because of that evolution, you're getting a faster, you're getting a stronger, you're getting different results that you possibly did not get back then just because of the different things that they are doing to put themselves in a position to play. I can't say all of it is 100% due to the enhancement drugs and supplements. Some of it is just cross-training. Some of it is just the way that individuals are preparing to play the game. Just like technology. We had a typewriter back in the day. Now we have a computer. We had an 8-track. Now you don't even have a CD player. You got MP3s. So things are constantly evolving in every area. And athletics is just one area where we can see how somebody who won the Olympics this year was far faster than the person who won the Olympics in 1970, 80, and 90. So I think a lot of it has to just do it with time and evolution and training.
Okay, Craig, Being a former NFL player, being exposed to various healing methods that they used to use on you guys, to if you go out with injury, they know they need you. You know, they may give you a shot, they may do this, that, and the other. But back in your era, and now having 2 hip replacements, do you feel that had you guys been privileged to the type of enhancements that LeBron James is on, when Michael Jordan says that if we had had the stuff that they had today, you couldn't compare us to them?
I would like to think that is true. With technologies, they just like it's more involved. Just like you say, the technology, the science of the sports, all that is more involved, evolved. Athletes are bigger, stronger, faster these days.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
You can contribute that to a lot of things. The stuff that they eat, they put in the food. You know, some of the kids these days are bigger than kids were when we was younger. So now they put that in the food. You have a chicken that's a chick at this 1 week, and 3 weeks later he's a full-grown chicken. Yes. So the kids are ingesting that and eating that. So therefore they're bigger, faster. So they are faster. But I would like to think we're a lot tougher than these kids are today.
Right.
I think we was tougher because of the way we played the sports. They've changed the rules, and I understand why they changed the rules. They try to make it safer. But me speaking for football, I don't see how you can make football safe. It's not safe. It's a barbaric sport. It's a rough game, and you can't make it safe unless you play flag football.
Right. So, Craig, being some 20 to 30 years later, and now you have all these former NFL players coming back saying, I'm having all these issues with my head, with my thinking, the concussions, the brain damage is now coming back to haunt me. Some say Junior Seau, one of the greatest players ever lived, committed suicide because of the mental torment that he was going through. Does all the enhancements that these young men take today, and by it making them bigger, stronger, faster, obviously it's making them enhanced in some area or another, else it would not be banned. But do you think the reason that these young people seem to be suffering more, is it because the stuff that they're taking inflates their strength and ability so much that now when they take a hit, it's almost like getting hit by a Mack truck? So do you think that when you guys played the sport in the 80s, early 90s, and was not privileged to the enhancements, who do you think suffers the most now? Do you think you guys were in more danger, or do you think athletes of the day is more subject to higher intense injuries than then?
I guess you probably talk to a scientist. I would like to think maybe they're bigger, they're faster, and they're stronger, so probably do endure more injuries and last a lot longer. My perspective on that is when we played, they kept a lot of that from us. We didn't know. We was out of the loop. We didn't know about concussion. Now they know, so they can do things a lot more. There's more. They have more protocol to go through now. They have other team doctors. Other than the team doctor, they have another doctor, individual doctor, not with the team, that they have to go through a protocol. A week. I can't say the word right now, but anyway, they go through this protocol where they have to go through, see these doctors, go through these different tests before they can go back and play. When we play, we got a concussion. They ask you a question: what city you in? How many fingers you got up? What's your name? Pat you on the butt, give you a smelling sauce, and you go back in the game. Right. And we just didn't know. That's why that hurts me so bad. We didn't know, and they knew what was going on and didn't tell us. Now they know what's going on. The guys can prepare, or they can take better care of the guys. Once they get a concussion, they keep them out from playing. They keep them out weeks. Make sure they can all the bells and whistles are back together and everything's in line and in order before they can go back and play. They may miss 2 or 3 weeks where we go back out there on the next play sometime and play. Right. And we didn't have the luxury of taking a week off or missing a couple of games. Make sure we was okay. So that's the difference, the knowing.
Okay. To Robert, when you take, I'm gonna compare them at their skilled positions, the same skilled position. When you take a Scottie Pippen of the Jordan era, and you take what they say pound for pound, LeBron James, the greatest small forward of this era. If you was to say that Scottie Pippen was privileged to the same type of enhancements that LeBron James is privileged to, who would you pound for pound say have the more athletic ability out of the two gentlemen?
Well, really, truth be told, from looking at the game from that back era, Scotty didn't need it. Scottie Pippen was just pure raw.
Well, what makes LeBron James? Is he not pure raw?
Is he?
He is pure raw. I mean, I've never seen in this era any athlete like LeBron James that gets as many rebounds as a center, that can play all five positions. As a matter of fact, Craig, he is the only player since Magic Johnson that has the all-around ability to play five different positions. So that being said, Rob, could Scottie Pippen do that in his era?
If you, I guess if you, see, you say he ain't taking that, so I don't know, man. I just like those athletes from back then, that era, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. They, you just saw like it was uncut. But like you say, LeBron might not be enhancing or whatever, but the next athlete is.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a very you're walking a thin line.
Okay.
You're walking a thin line because in each era, somebody's always going to be great. It's a cycle.
Okay. I do understand records are made to be broken. Marcellus, when you take a Usain Bolt and you compare him to the greatest track runner of the 80s, Carl Lewis, even though Usain Bolt is in that era where he's privileged to a lot of things, but you got a guy like Tyson Gay that has been rumored and accused of taking various enhancements to try to beat him. When you compare a Usain Bolt of today that has ran a 9.5 in the 100 meters, but when Carl Lewis broke the record, it was 9.7. Do you think enhancements play a part in a person being 2 seconds, 2 full seconds faster?
With every generation, there's a bar that's been set.
Mm-hmm.
And every generation that followed the other generation would beat that bar. They want to establish their own bar. So they emulate those who are the greatest during that era, and they try to beat that record.
Right.
You have those who are not physically capable, so they turn to these enhancements.
Okay, so Hodge. Now you have Craig's era. Craig, there's machines that these guys got in this era. There's ways that they can take a linebacker like my nephew that is a naturally 210-pound guy, and in a matter of a month get him to 230. When you take a look at the fact that if you were privileged to the same type of enhancements as a Ed Reed or a Ray Lewis, guys that came 10, 15 years after you. My point is this: would they have equal ability, or would you have equal ability or greater as them guys? Because you are a you're a 3-sport athlete. In high school, you was a star not only in football, but basketball and baseball. You could have went to college on either 3. If you was privileged to some of the things that are there now,